conflict, we are going to die there. Many are really, when it comes to conflict, that's their food. Okay, so can we have Pastor Anyawale? He's joining us live here from Lagos. He is a marriage counselor, a relationship coach. These ones will give you all the details when it comes to relationship. What you are not even envisaging, he will break it down for you. The red flags that you think you don't see, they will warm it into your cooler like this and tell you you have seen it. It's because you are looking at the cooler and the steaming hot. Good morning, sir. It's so good to have you. Thank you for joining us. Okay, so like we said, we're looking at conflict. And what are those things? Okay, let me just ask, what is conflict? Is conflict really something we can manage? Can we handle conflict without chaos? What is conflict, and can we handle conflict without chaos?
My area, this is my major area when it comes to relationships. Okay? I have special tips or skills when it comes to conflict resolution. So I am at home with this topic. I'm telling you, conflict, as you have asked, is just a misunderstanding or an argument or lack of proper communication between two parties. Now, listen, conflict is normal and it's bound to happen. Number one, where you have two lovers, right? There must be, I didn't say there should be, there must be conflict, right? If you have two genuine lovers that they love one another, they love each other, there must be conflict. That's the truth. Now, conflict is as a result of, most times, as a result of love from one party to the other when you are talking about couples. Because I love you, I want you to get something. Because I love you, I want to drive home a point that, you know, what you are saying is not correct, right? It's not out of hatred. Conflict is not just fighting. Okay? Especially when it comes to relationships. Conflict, when you see most couples that have conflict, especially the unresolvable ones, okay, it's so sad because when you look at the genesis of that conflict that they could not manage, it usually starts from the love perspective. It's just because they couldn't manage it very well or they could not communicate it properly. Number three, conflicts are supposed to be settled or resolved. I'm telling you, conflicts are meant to be resolved and settled. Meanwhile, why we have unresolved conflict is there is one major factor that always leads to unresolved conflict. It is if one of the parties is not willing. That's all. There is no unresolvable conflict except if one of the couple is not willing, is not willing to resolve the conflict, right? So that is what I can say in a nutshell about conflict. They are normal. They are not, as we can say, we go fight till tomorrow. No. Conflicts are meant to be resolved, and they are normal. They are normal. They are not abnormal, right? Thank you, beautiful Lori.
To conflict and chaos. Now, from the other hand, you are stretching out a hand of peace to someone, because when it comes to communication, it takes two. Communication is a two-way traffic. In as much as you're trying to extend a hand of peace or normal communication or settling differences to someone, it takes that person to understand and reciprocate. So how do you make the other person see that you could actually have a reasonable conversation without being chaotic and still handling the issue?
talking to someone, right? And maybe your partner, you had a disagreement and you are trying to make him see reasons and your own view about the issue. Now, effective communication depends on you. Please get me very right. A lot of people don't know. We talk. A lot of people are talking, but they are not communicating. That's the key. Communication is not complete until the person you are talking to is able to understand the code and is being brought into the same page with you. That is when you can say you are communicating. Now, if you are talking and your partner is not understanding, you have not communicated. I'm telling you. And the effort is on you, not on him or her, as the case may be. Majorly, believe me, the effort is much more on you that you want him or her to understand you. So there are several skills. Maybe by the time we go on into this, I'll be able to mention one or two. Several skills that you need to deploy as a person to communicate effectively to your partner so that, number one, he or she will not misunderstand you. Number two, he will get clearly. You know, there is what we call misunderstanding is when you talk to someone and he misses the point, the main point. Most times it happens in our relationship that you want to tell your lover man or lover girl that this is easy, but they will not get it. The actual thing that you are trying to say, but because you have tried, and you don't move on, right? I'm saying that effective communication, what I'm doing right now, okay, what I'm doing right now is on me, for me to be able to, say it in the way that you will understand me, right? So that responsibility is on me, it's not on you, okay? We need to understand that so that we'll be able to solve a lot of things. There are several things that you need to put into the soup of communication, the Maggi, the time, whatever, to make it, digestible for the hearer, right? So you need to study your tone, you need to study the environment, you need to study the mood. There are so many things, the timing, everything is there before you can say you are communicating to your partner. And communication is one major basic way of how to solve and resolve a conflict. Thank you.
You would need to hold on for us, as the head boy of this beautiful fellowship. We need to go for our word on Marble. One day I'm going to ask you, what do we do for on this segment? When we start family and band. One day I'll put you on that. Okay, so viewers at home, it's time for us to take our word on Marble, and you know what I mean. We'll be right back. Can we manage disagreements? How many of you will tell me if I match you with my 6-inch, pencil heels, okay, in the morning, especially when you had one issue trying to get out of bed, and like that nasty boss when I get to the office, nice, but I now match you with my 6 inches heels, you not react. Ha. Okay, so we still have Pastor Akin Anyowale, the pastor of Splendor Church International, joining us to discuss this topic. And he said they should be well managed. There are ways, should happen. Conflict will happen. It should happen, not will happen. That's what he said. Why should conflict happen? Pastor, especially in a situation whereby the husband decide not to say a word, but the wife is insisting, Ogbeni, come back here. We are here to complete what you started. You need to let me know who that woman was that just sent you a text message. Ha! What should the man do? Pastor is laughing. Can we go for a short break and we come back? Because I don't think we can actually hear Pastor. So sorry for that, Pastor. We need to clear out some things so that we can hear you very well here from the studios. Okay, so you can continue with the answer, sir. Response. Okay, I think there is an issue regarding that audio, and I'm sure they need to work something out. But really, sometimes we try to avoid conflict, and I have to take him on that because he's a relationship expert and a coach. That's what he does mostly, and it will be an advantage for us for him to attend to that question. Because sometimes you have it. Some mothers do have them. Some husbands, some wives do have them. I can imagine a situation whereby the wife is like walking away and the man is saying, I'm talking to you and you're walking away. Are you walking out on me? That can create, meanwhile there was a conflict. But now it will become fight.
Which is
something physically fit and all that. And also, it can happen the other way around. The husband is trying to like avoid. Some men will tell you, it is it is as a result of you not attending to me as your wife. I need answers. Why would somebody send you a message at this time? At least when you are doing those, it shouldn't affect or come in at this point in time. How should such a man or woman attend to such? So that's why I was asking
the question.
I don't know if you have anything to say regarding that.
I feel like you already said it all. When it comes to communication, you have to take it upon yourself to make sure you do the right thing first before expecting the same from the other person. So when it comes to having this kind of dispute, you make sure that you communicate clearly. The person listens to you and you're not just raising your voice, you're not just shouting, you're not just being aggressive when you're talking or when you're speaking. Some of them will even go as far as invalidating their partner's feelings when they ask certain questions like, oh, why is she calling? And they go, why are you asking me such question? Do I have to tell you who is calling me? Why you're not in any place to ask me such question? You should not invalidate your partner's feelings. Validate their feelings, no matter how stupid or insensitive the question sounds. Make sure you listen and give response. Take your time to explain. Just say something. Oh, it's a colleague from work, and she called me pertaining to this XYZ. And if you don't want to go that far to give such details, just say she's my friend or she's my colleague and leave it at that. And if your partner still persists trying to raise her voice or his voice, just leave that environment, leave that space, and give them time to breathe and think. Then you come back to have the conversation with them again, and it goes fine.
It goes fine. Can we now have Pastor Anyowale if he's still there? Okay, sorry for that. We've been having audio issues regarding the network. So, sir, do you still have the response to that question I asked earlier on? Go ahead, please. Go ahead. I think it's the studio audio that is bouncing back. Okay. Sincerely, I wish we could have Pastor Wale to really
analyze
trash
this.
out this, but it's really giving me. I'm unsettled right now. But sincerely, conflict sometimes it depends on where and how the conflicts. Do you understand? Starts the origin of that conflict. Conflict of money is very bad.
Very bad, very terrible.
Between siblings. It's very bad. Not to talk of husband and wife. A situation whereby you find out that your partner decides to take money from your fixed deposit without you knowing.
There's going to be an issue.
A very big issue.
Very big issue. But I feel like we should lay more emphasis on kindness, because when you go for relationship summit, you go for teachings, you hear them say, relationship expert too, you hear them say to go for partners that are kind, because in spite of the conflict will definitely arise, but in spite of the conflict, your kindness makes everything fine. Just like our word of Mabel said, even if we have differences, we still have to be kind to each other. Kindness is what makes everything go smoothly. Imagine having an issue, a conflict with your partner, and they raise their voice after the whole thing. They don't consider if you've eaten or not. I've seen scenarios like that. And on a normal day when there's no issue, you would ask me if I've eaten, you would ask me questions. Have you gotten home? Are you home now? You call me if I'm in traffic to make me feel relaxed, if I'm tensed, if I'm at work. But because we're having issues, you're not doing any of that.
So
that's where kindness is supposed to come in spite of our issues, in spite of our conflicts.
So that means anger management is another thing.
It's another thing too.
That's another thing. If you're the type that cannot manage your anger properly, it will create a lot of rifts that can actually raise conflict and conflict to disagreements, and disagreement raise to power violence.
So it goes on and on.
We just need to know how to handle certain things in our relationship. Yoruba will say, how do we put it now? When one is hot, okay, the other one should be cool.
Yes.
And it will get to a stage also. The one that has been cooling the whole temple of disagreements or conflict will say, I'm not today.
I'm not coming down for you.
Oh no, I'm not going to I'm not going to allow this. You've been doing this, your cup is full today. It happens.
Yeah.
And that's where you see situation whereby you see damages, a lot of wrong steps in the course of that anger, because like I've been taking this, I've been stomaching this for too long, and I think it's right for me to react now
at some certain point.
So that reaction,
and because they have been bottling it up, they tend to overreact, explode, because they're trying to suppress it. I think that's where the other person now comes in to calm down, because you realize this person has been calming down all this while. So I think I am doing too much right now. So
and it's been calming down for a long time, and now it's not, the cup is full.
It's full.
Let's go for word of Mabel again. You need to understand what that's word.
You're still watching Family and Values, and that was our word of Mabel, which says, even if we disagree about everything, we can still be kind to each other. That's what I was saying not quite long. Disagreement doesn't mean, oh, he's back. Okay. Are you there? Can you hear us?
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Oh, amazing. Finally.
Okay, let him go on.
Go on, sir. Can hear you.
Okay.
Please go on, sir.
I should go on. Right? Okay. What I'm saying is this: when two parties are in relationship, they are in love. I'm talking about in the context of lovers right now. Lovers, two lovers, there will be and there should be conflict. Remember my definition of conflict. Conflict is a disagreement between two parties. It's a misunderstanding, right? And it is normal. There is nothing abnormal about conflict, nothing abnormal. Conflict also, you must know that it is conflict is meant to be resolved. All right. So Honorary asked a question that why must conflict happen? Why? 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 All right. My answer is simple. Because I love my wife and I want her to get a point. I want this aspect, all right? I want this aspect to be clear to her. Listen, most of the time, sometimes within us, I've given this example. Let me give this example. Very, very simple example. All right? I told my wife that, you know what? I don't like sitting down and watch film. Not that if something is wrong with me, it's just not part of me, right? It's not part of me. I was not brought up that way. But she, that is the way she was brought up, relax with television, watch films and all that. And that was an issue for us in our first or 2 years of marriage. When we first of all, we are above 25 right now, right? But the earlier part of our life, it was an issue. Now, how was it resolved? It was resolved because we were able to understand each other. I was able to understand. Was I against our enjoyment? No. I had a different mindset. She has a different mindset. I love football. She loves watching films, right? So we have because we are from different backgrounds, different families, we have different values. So that became a problem. You will notice that what we are talking about, or what we are arguing about, or what is causing misunderstanding and conflict in our midst was not really a bad habit. It was not, right? But it was just because I don't understand why somebody will sit down and you are saying you are relaxing with phone video. And she could not understand why a grown up man will be looking at 22 people playing one small thing called ball and will be excited, right? So you will see that it took understanding between the two of us, communicating this value for me to appreciate what she's doing, for her to appreciate me watching football, right? It took a while. That's what I'm saying that, you see, the context or the background or the foundation of conflict, especially between lovers, is not much more of evil. It's just a misunderstanding. It's just because the two of them don't understand where each of them stands. Right? So why I say conflict more is because I love you as my wife, and because my wife loves me, she wants me to be part of what she believes. She wants me to be part of her life, so to speak. And I wanted her to be part of my life. That you see what I'm enjoying. Come and join me in enjoying it. That's why I said that it's between lovers. When two people love each other, you will argue. You will argue. There's no way. You will tell her that, you know what, some I don't want to mention the name so that they will not say advertising on TV. You will advertise that your phone is the best. This one is the best. If you use this one, oh, it's because you have not used it. You see, if you come out of love, but the challenge is there is this thin line that the moment we move from it, then it becomes an argument. It becomes very difficult to settle, right? So that thin line is when you now make it personal, okay? When you begin to make the argument personal, you begin to want to win the argument. If you have the attitude of every argument you must win, then it's a problem. It's a problem. There are arguments that you must just leave. There are arguments that you don't have to win everything. All right? You at times you just want to listen to the other views. You want to, yes, you have grown up to believe something, but listen, your spouse is saying, no, look at it from this angle. This one is better. All right? And you leave it. You leave it like that. But because you know human nature, you want to affirm as a man that I am superior to you. Or you want to affirm as a woman that no, I have more understanding than you. That is where we have argument. That is where the issues are. I hope you understand me this morning. Glory.
Finally, as you leave, a word of advice from you. I think 2 weeks ago,
Okay.
a guy left home because the wife wanted to start trouble. Still talking about conflicts between husband and wife, and decided to leave home. Just took his shirt and decided to step out of the house. He was confronted by armed robbers as he stepped out, and he was shot dead. Now, a young guy somewhere in Lagos here. I need you to help us as we part with this discussion today, right now. What should be the right step to take? Just one, when there is a conflict and you're trying to avoid such a conflict to, aggravate into violence or anything.
Wow.
You're avoiding conflict. What should one do when your spouse or your partners take off with that?
All right. Thank you so much for this wonderful opportunity. When there are, and may his soul rest in perfect peace, it's really touching. Now, when there are conflict or when there is a conflict, number one, I said this before, I will say it again. Don't ever make any choice when your emotions are high. You will be wrong. I can tell you 99.9%. When your emotions are high, number one, when you are angry, when you are not balanced, okay, you are hot, something is disturbing you. What is said, you are not cool with it. Don't take any decision at that point. Before you make your mind, before you make any mind about any conflict at all, make sure that you are calm. If you have to sleep or you have to, relax yourself, make sure you are calm, right? Every decision that you make when your emotions are high will be wrong. Please don't make any rash decision. You will be wrong. Number two, make sure that you don't personalize. Don't take two things too personal. Why is it that it's always the one that will always win? Why is it that he's always right? Why is it that no. Don't take issues personally. Look at issues, not personality. A couple came to me and the wife was talking, you don't know my husband. My husband is this, is that, is this. She was talking about the personality of the husband, not the issue. I had to correct her and say, wait, I'm not here to know your husband. That is your own duty. What actually happened, right? Let's always talk about the issue, not the personality. Most of us will cross this line, which I was saying the other time. In an attempt to explain what happened, don't say, stupid man, idiot, he's always like this. He's always like, no. Talk about what happened. What exactly happened? Let's talk about it A to Z, not the personality of your spouse. Number three, make sure that you are objective. What is the goal? What do you want? Is it to win the argument or to resolve what is on ground? Make the goal very clearly, very, very clear. Where are you going? Make it clear. Not that, you are branching so many places. That was at the last time. 3 years ago, you did it. 2 years ago. Even last week, you did it.
We have to go. Our time is fast spent. I said we can do peace out or you can just wave your white handkerchief. I come in peace. I'm not here for trouble. That's another way to communicate.
Yeah.
When the fire is, I say, my love, I love you. Peace. One love. Peace. We can do that too. Thank you so much, Pastor Aki Samuel Anyawale, the pastor in charge of Splendor Church International. It's an honor. Thank you so much for saving us this morning and staying even in spite of all the gurubara, everything, Thank you for staying to the end. We appreciate you so much. I wish you the very best of today. Hope to see you in the studio very soon. Have a lovely day. Okay, gratitude, we need to run.
Yes.
And on that note, your goodbye to the viewers.
Okay, so on a parting note to our viewers, I would say we should all normalize affirmations. Yes, after certain disagreement, conflict, we should normalize reaffirming our love for our partners. After shouting, raising your voice, or speaking harshly, just kindly talk to them and tell them, babe, I love you so much. In spite of what I've said, I'm sorry, and nothing has changed between us. My love for you remains the same. Affirmations like that keep the love strong and burning. Thank you so much for joining us on this program today. Thank you so much for sitting by and standing by all through this program. It was really very exciting and very, very educative, as it should be. See you same time, same station tomorrow. My name is Gratitude Mokodeyo Gen Z host. Goodbye.
Tomorrow is going to be another wonderful day because Gratitude wants to sleep here. And what's up is on my neck. Okay, so my name is Remain Olori. Tomorrow is going to be another wonderful day as we talk about mental awareness. Okay, breaking the silence. It's time we do that. Hope to see you tomorrow. Have a splendid day ahead of you. Bye.